everybody, and happy Thursday. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this wonderful Thursday, post FOMC day, post BOC rate decision day, post Meta earnings day, post Microsoft earnings day, day of Apple earnings day, friggin' jobless claims. Woo! I'm kidding. Sorry. I don't know what's come over me. Good morning, everybody. We have Tiger Trader, Shelly Kelvin, Vadim, Retberg, Spaztrick, Phoenix, Fat Citizen, Yuri, Cicino, Frank, Nick, Bia, Aero Squad, Luke, Darren, Robino. Good morning. Good morning to you, Grigo, El Diablo, Trader Page, Rips Mod in the building, Eagle Eyes, Fat Guy Out West. Good morning to you, Mike, July Peppers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Brad B? Is the yellow line the anchored VWAP? No, this is the Top Step X VWAP, which is always jacked up. Let me fix it. There. Okay. Session VWAP. Wait, was it accurate? Wait, is the Top Step X VWAP good now? Is this actually like, does it work now? Without having to like move your chart around? Not properly? I mean, it was in the right spot, wasn't it? Isn't it in the right spot right now? Isn't this looks like it's in the right spot. Doesn't it? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Who knows? So yesterday was quite uneventful, in all honesty. And we did see a lot of upward drift in the overnight session, in the Globex session, which was interesting. I don't really think a lot of it, but the MC levels were working nicely. 705 quarters, 668 evens. Oof. Really good stuff. So if we're looking at like yesterday's stuff, we had value yesterday kind of in the lower end of where things were trading, and then this is where we kind of had the little percocito into the overnight session, which is a little bit interesting, you know? Top Step X doesn't work as well as the VWAP, the VWAP. Yeah, makes sense. There's something with like the way that the window balances and resets and all that. But yesterday we made just about as much as we made in the stream. We traded like a couple more trades in Discord, and we had like, I think we had one winner, one loser. Yeah, we had one winning trade. We brought us up to 3,000, then back down to like 2,600, like a winner, a loser, and then a winner or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we finished the day about $2,600 in our Top Step Live funding. I didn't trade my personal account yesterday. It was a rule of mine. FOMC, why risk it? You know, it's a lot of money. It could have been a lot of money. Sometimes those buttons start clicking themselves, I tell you. Yeah, you know, that's crazy. What happened? I didn't follow up with the news on that plane crash, which is just like horrible in Washington. What is the latest information on that? I know I'm playing catch up on that. What's the information there? I know that a plane hit a helicopter, but did we have any injuries or? Oh my God, no survivor. That is awful. Oh my God. Oh geez. Did they know how many people were on the flight log? 60. Oh my God, that is awful. Wow, that is not what I was expecting at all. I was hoping that was not it at all. Because from the video I saw when I was going to bed last night, it did not. I mean, I did see like a flash, but I was just hoping like that was like one of the engines and maybe like a wing made contact and it was so low to the ground that maybe there was some survivors, but that is awful. Wow. Prayers up to anybody involved in that, their families. That is horrible. Yeah, life is precious. I mean, we really do need to be taking every single day as a gift. Being able to do this, even just being here, hanging out on stream is a real gift. We have it so much better than most people out there being able to do this. I mean, if you're here watching right now, you are a very privileged person to be able to do this. So even if though you have those frustrating days where things like seem, trading is just a total bear, total pain in the rear, remind yourself, like, I get to do this. I'm very fortunate that I get to be able to do this. That'll change your mindset a little bit, I think. But yeah, prayers up to those families that are affected. That's awful. It's weird too, because, I've been affected by tragedy in my life, and it's crazy how lost you get in the shuffle of life, and then something will happen and you lose a friend or a loved one, and it just kind of brings you back to that reality and that realization that you really got to remember, like, each day is a gift. You wake up, you have air in your lungs, you're able to do what you want to do. Be very, very happy that God continues to bless us, especially us here, that we're able to do these things. This is like, we are so much more privileged than most people out there to be able to come here and do this, hang out, stream, talk to each other, trade, press buttons. It's crazy. It's crazy. People have immediately made it political? How? Political how? God, that is just horrible, horrible, horrible. Today's a gift, that's why they call it the present. I love that quote. Gosh, that's horrible. U.S. figurehead, jeez. Yeah, I went to bed and I was like watching that. I was like, oh, let's just pray and hope that it's just like close enough to the ground, like people are gonna survive. That's just horrible. How is it political? I don't understand how it became political. I'm curious. Man, horrible, horrible. Yeah, I'll check the news as it comes out, but yeah, prayers up to those affected, obviously. So what are we looking at here? One of the things that I like to look at when we are starting the day here, usually happens around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, is that we get a test into previous day value. And that's kind of what we did here. Because if we're extending this out, you can see we basically rejected off of yesterday's value. I feel like that's an SW style trade. SW, you take that? I mean, that was beautiful rejection off of yesterday's value high. We didn't even trade into it. We rejected right off of it. So that's a very strong, very nice. Yeah, you took that. So that was kind of the layup trade of the day there. That happened when I was writing the memo, so I missed that one. So it's interesting to see how harshly we rejected off of that. So I'm now watching this area here during jobless claims, this whole area of transactions. In fact, I'm going to draw a box so we can all kind of follow along here. Right there. Whoops. Right there to there. I guess we could probably have the midpoint. I want that to like that. That seems fair. So that's the area that we're looking to kind of trade through or in. There's two different setups that I'm looking for as we come into that. A trade above, a rejection, and then back down through it, or trade into value, midpoint rejection, or trade above, retest, and then go, and then looking for these highs to be broken. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. We do have jobless claims this morning that are going to be coming out in about 18 minutes. So that's kind of going to be what I'm watching for. How did you folks do yesterday on FOMC? I kind of want to get a temperature from the room. I saw somebody earlier way up higher. Let me see if I can find this, if it's still there. Let's see. Hey bro, you probably get asked this all the time, but what is that screen in the top left? This up above my head is Bookmap. That is what I use to read the orders hitting the market. Did an oopsie yesterday and traded FOMC despite being up on the day. Ended up losing 3 fundeds that were due for a payout. Dang it. It's crazy too. I just kind of, I was in my jacuzzi actually. I made a point to be in my jacuzzi at the time when the FOMC rate decision came out. I did have my phone right there with me, and I was really happy to see. And I wasn't logged into my broker. Like I had TradingView open, but I didn't have EdgeClear logged in because I didn't want to have the buttons press themselves as they sometimes do. You're like, oh, I blacked out for a minute. How am I in this position? I didn't want to have that happen. And so for me personally, I just had my phone with me in the jacuzzi and I was looking, and then 2 p.m. rolled around and the market was like, hey, it really didn't do anything. And I was like, whew, thank goodness. Because sometimes there's an FOMC comes out, like a rate decision shocker. Like, let's just say that Powell's like, oh, Papa Trump's in office. I'm gonna cut rates for no reason at all. Let's just do it. The market probably could have soared like 600 points, right? For no reason. It could have done that. It didn't. But I'm just saying, it could have done that. So I was happy to see that it didn't have any kind of effect. South Africa just cut their interest rates by 25 basis points as expected. I mean, well, that was 5 minutes ago, but still. I was very happy to see that, and then I didn't even listen to the press conference. On my way back in from the jacuzzi, I had the news on, and I saw that Jerome Powell was yapping, and the market was barely moving. So there was definitely some trades to be taken, right? There was definitely multiple 100-point trades to be taken, but I was happy to stay out of it personally, because sometimes you start to see things that aren't really there. You get caught in some shuffle. It can be a little bit crazy there. Good morning to you, Holy Earth. How are you, buddy? Let's see here. Close green across 8 accounts, 5 tops of X, 3 blue sky. Nice G lines. Struggled yesterday to get into the market, but took money off the table. Feel like a see green, take green day. I love that. Blew my XFA, unfortunately. Had 4 straight days of 300, then 2 tilt days cost me. What were the size of your tilt days? Because I feel like there's a way that we can mitigate that this time around. ECB cuts their rates to 25 basis points as expected. So that's pretty much it for the rate news for this week. We had Bank of Canada, 25 basis point cut. South Africa just now, 25 basis point. ECB, 25 basis point. FOMC, nope. What did Brazil do last night? Anybody know? I think they had rates yesterday, right? Didn't Brazil do last night? I'm pretty sure Brazil was last night. I wouldn't think of that unless it was true. Yeah, what did they do? Why don't I have their... Anybody know? 13 and a quarter, which is what? Did they cut? I'm looking. I'm doing this the slow way. I should just type it in. They cut 1%. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All normal there. Or add? Wait. All right, I actually have to look this up then. It's taking me this long. Usually it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Dun, 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 dun. I got their inflation data. Okay, they raised their target rate. Yeah, okay, as expected. They raised by 1% to 13 and a quarter. There we go. We do have a lot of news coming out this morning. We have jobless claims and where's my schedule? Jobless claims and the GDP price index, which is expected to be 2 and change, I believe. 2.5%, so 2.5. We do get fake PCE today, but real PCE tomorrow. It's weird. It's called core PCE on both days, which is weird, I know. But we want the PCE price index. We don't care about the core PCE. We want the PCE price index. It's weird, I know. The real one's tomorrow. That's the important one. We get real personal spending and personal income tomorrow alongside the December PCE price index. So that's what we're watching for tomorrow. We get fake PCE today, but jobless claims and GDP are what we're looking at today. Hey, Market Stalker D in the building. What's up? How you feeling? Did you recover at all from your spill? Sorry to hear that. Dang it. That was crazy. I was reading your Twitter and I was like, wait, what? Hope you're okay. Crazy. Take it easy. Richard Harris talking to himself says, Richard, are you short right now at 60.87? Yes, I am, but don't copy me, Rich. I'm not a signal class. Okay. So just so you know, folks, we can track Richard's trade. Let's all do this together. Whoops. Why am I doing 60.87? Let's do this. So Richard is short at 60.87. Where's your stop, Richard? Whoops. I don't know how you filled at the exact top tick, but it is nice that you're mentioning it now that we are 3 points lower. Thank you for chiming in. Not late at all. Totally not a hindsight trade. Not at all. Totally not. Let's take the... You know what's crazy, Richard? You know, I'm actually short from, let's see here. I'm short from 60.95. Don't copy me, though. Actually, you know what's crazy is I covered it at 60.74. Just saying, man. But yeah, I'm also short too. I opened a short here. What is the top tick? 87. So I'm short there too at 87 as well. Not hindsight, of course. Absolutely not hindsight at all. Don't worry. Totally not hindsight. Magic. We're doing the same trades, man. We're doing the same trades. Totally not hindsight. Totally not hindsight at all. I said it the moment that I put it on, right? I said this the moment that I put it on. And I also talked about this cover the moment I put it on. Oh, good times. Oh, goodness. Wait, he did say it early? No way. I don't believe you. Hold on. I gotta see this. Now, I gotta see. Oh, you said curious about 60.86, 60.87. Curious. Not that you're taking it short, but after it went down, you know, you did say, you said curious about it. I didn't know. Okay, hold on. You know what I'm curious about here? And he did say, he said, look up, asshole. Here's what I'm curious about. I'm curious about 60.83 quarters, 60.83 evens, 60.82 three quarters, 60.82 evens, 60.81. I'm curious about all of these numbers. I'm curious like a cat. Meow. Where is gold going? I don't know. Let's see. Gold is, it looks seemingly like it's going up, I think, to the moon. I think the answer is the moon. Yeah, so we are kind of rejecting at the lower area there in the NAS. But, you know. Here, let me show you how to do it, Richard. I am going to short 60.87 with a stop at 60.89. I am targeting 60.85. Okay. This is not how you do it. I'm looking at 60.87. It goes to 60.87. Ha ha ha, I'm the best. Lol, lol, lol. Thanks, Richard. Lol, 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 lol. This is what you type like. You know, there's helpful, and then there's Harris level of nonsense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Be like, I'm gonna short this level. This is my target. This is my stop. If you want to be helpful, or, you know, don't glaze yourself. Don't self-glaze yourself. Otherwise, it's just annoying and it's just pointless. You know? Oh, goodness. Rips. What's your daily loss limit on my Top Step? It is $3,000. $3,000. It's $3,000. All right, so we are, what, 7 minutes away now. 7 minutes away. How can you chat and trade? I don't know. I like to press the buttons and actually trade, but I don't know. Smokey Bear Trade says up 12,300 this week alone with Top Step X, starting to be a weekly 5K payout. Nice. That's not easy to do. See, that deserves some self-glazing. That is not easy to do. Do we go to yesterday's point of control, PD mid, before going to the previous week mid? Let's see. A lot of things to look at here, right? So are you looking at the prior 4-hour mid, or are you looking actually at like the PD high? Because didn't we already hit the PD mid? Was here, down here? You know? I'm curious about a 5-figure payout. What are you curious about? What are you curious about? So you trust the guy saying 5K a week payout, but you can't trust Richard. Well, I never said I don't trust him, but it does get a little bit annoying. Can you write off the evals after getting a payout for taxes? That would be a question for a CPA. I'm not a CPA. I would never be able to give you that advice. CPAs are cheap. Very, very cheap. We're just having fun this morning. I love Richard Harris. He brings so much entertainment to the chat. Think we're going to bounce at 22? Hey, there's a call. There's a call. I wish the government would have to pay me for all the evals. I'm using that feeling as rocket fuel watching Rip's trade, and his tips have given me clues where to look. Appreciate the support. I have nothing to do with it. Trust me. Trump will put CPAs out of business. Let's go. That would be the most insane thing in the history of time. No income tax. That would be insane. Paying taxes is part of life. Always do it. One of those things that sucks, but you gotta do it. Like, you know, one of the reasons, I don't really want to get political, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. I try to stay out of politics on here. There's no way that tariffs alone will cover taxes, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. Has been part of life doesn't mean it can't change. Trust me, I want it to change. Believe that. It would be sick. I am from the camp where I want a flat rate tax. Bingo, bango. We don't have state income tax in Nevada. We have sales tax. It works lovely. Dude, 15% for everybody? I'm telling you, we'd probably get a lot more tax revenue if it was just flat 15%. It would be sick, just telling you. We just had a flat rate of 15%. I think there'd be a lot more commerce being conducted here in America. CPAs would definitely be paid a lot less. Yeah, 10% would be better. So would 2%, 5%. I'm just saying. You know, I'd like 1% if we're talking about percentages. Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy if he does pull off no taxes on tips? That would be insane. There'd be a lot of people coming to Vegas to work in the hospitality industry, right? Inside 3 minutes now. Yeah, I lived in California. I paid a lot of taxes living in California. Very expensive place to live. Not the greatest. Especially when you can't even count on like the infrastructure to be good enough to keep your home from burning down. But again, I don't want to get political. I'm just saying. You'd expect like if you're paying that top dollar that your Malibu mansion is going to stay not burned down. Just saying. Government should adopt the 2 and 20 rule, 2% on base earnings, 20% tax on net new earnings compared to previous year. Interesting. My old place did not burn up. It was very close to burning up, but it was insane. It was actually really insane. It was spooky for a little bit of time, but it did not, thankfully. Tips should be illegal. I don't want to give. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. I'm very happy here in Nevada. Is it Nevada or Nevada? Nevada. I never know. Just kind of flip between the two. Julius. Missouri. I don't know if it's Nevada. 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 Nevada? Nevada. People making their children a tax business should be illegal? Wait, what? What? Is there a headline I missed? Children making their... Wait, what? People making their children a tax business. How do you do that? I might start having some kids. The vodka, that's what it is. The vodka. It's just called Vegas. That's why I want to move to New Hampshire from Taxachusetts. That's funny. All right, we are inside a minute now. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. $225,000 versus $223,000 prior is the expectation for jobless claims. GDP expected to be at 2.6. I thought it was 2.5. We got some analysts late. Let's see. Good luck, everybody. If you're going to trade this. Order book is gross. Ah! 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 Boy, that order book is disgusting, dude. Ah! 207,000. Oh my word. Okay. GDP price index at 2.2 versus a 2.5. So lower across the board. Jobless claims coming in lower. People are back to work. Oh my. This is crazy. Like, this is a horrible reaction off this print. What a muted reaction. I haven't taken anything. Like, this is my trade screen. I haven't taken anything. What kind of trades are you looking at to take on today? Well, I was looking at potentially taking a reaction off that newsprint, but you know, we don't really get much. I don't know if I can trust this, actually. We need to break out of 650s here, but again, we could just be rejecting it. Like, if we're looking here, previous day mid, we could just be grabbing some liquidity up higher. Not a very nice print. So we're taking out 650s. Do we go all the way for where we were up these 670s or not? Anybody long right now? Just liquid death. Yeah, I when you see the order book do that and then we get no reaction on it, I just don't like taking prints like that usually. S&Ps are interesting. Let's see here. They have some liquidity up here at 60.90. So there are some folks front running it. Andrew is long, scalped it. Nice work, buddy. I don't trust this. I feel like we can pull back and come back down and rinse around. I don't trust it long for the for a bigger move. I don't trust like this is gonna go to like 720 or so. I just don't trust it. Too scary to stay in for long. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. Even whatever happens, you know. Joseph says, I was long just before the news got out because I don't trade news releases. That's smart. I mean, that's smart. I think it's very smart. All right, don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back. And we're back. That's why I didn't like the long. Look at that. Oof. We didn't even sweep that liquidity at 60.90. Look at this. This is liquidity up at 60.90. I was looking to see whether or not we're going to take that. We didn't. And the news didn't give me enough information to really have a long or short bias on the market. So that's usually when I'm staying out of the markets, personally. Do I think today will be choppy? I feel like maybe we could get a little chop, but I feel like today should have some actionable moves. We do get Apple earnings after the bell, which they are the #1 weight in the S&P still, right? Unless Microsoft took that. Who's the #1 weight in the S&P currently? Is it Apple? Who is #1 weight of S&P? Yeah, still Apple. Okay. Was making sure. Sometimes it's Microsoft. Microsoft kind of tries to yoink the crown a little bit. Oh, he's looking pretty downward leaning on the Dow. I don't really trade the Dow, but let's look. Let's have a gander. Wow. That looks like a really nice move in the Dow if you caught that. What would that be good for? 45.90, 45,090 down. Wow. Nice move there in the Dow. Yeah, this does look gross and choppy off that print right now. We've auctioned back down to close to where we were spiking. Well, actually lower now, where we spiked on that newsprint. Yeah, this doesn't look great. I definitely missed like, 20 handles at the downside, but I was never going to take that. What is you trading? NQ? Yes. NQ futures, baby. Good old NASDAQ futures. That's what we focus on here. Apple commercial just said Safari is a private browser. Did they update it or something? Nazi crack. It'd be interesting if we actually broke this low and then we get to entertain some orders down here. You know. Smitty Werburn Jager Manjensen. What? What? What is that word? SpongeBob. See, I never watched SpongeBob. I know, I'm an idiot. I never watched SpongeBob. Sorry. It was a show I never watched. I've never seen like a full episode of SpongeBob. Ever. I know. I'm sure I'm missing out. Last cartoon that I saw was like, I'm thinking back to my days. It's like Animaniacs or something. Like that would be like the oldest. Meaning like I was an old man when that was coming out. The oldest, newest one? That was like the new cartoon when I was getting older. I don't know. Ren and Stimpy, I mean, that was like classic, you know. Tom and Jerry, yeah. I like the classic, the Looney Tunes classics. Animaniacs was good though. It was like, had adult themes. It was good. Pinky and the Brain, yeah. Good times. Ren and Stimpy was maximum degeneracy. I mean, it was like very much adult themed, I feel like. Ren and Stimpy. Batman Gotham series was good too. Yeah. That had some darkness to it. That was actually, Joker was voiced by Mark Hamill, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Happened to that dude? I never saw Aeon Flux. Obviously Beavis and Butthead. I don't remember the Max. Wacky Racers, wasn't that like Hanna-Barbera? That was like an old school one, right? 2K left on my 100K account to pass. I want to pass it today so badly. Well, don't bring that energy into the day, because that'll probably get you blasted. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just being real with you. If you try to like have that type of goal, sometimes it can hurt you. Beavis and Butthead Do America's the classic. Yeah, it's a good one. Worst approach to get booty blasted. I agree. You folks are so funny. How much was a gallon of gas? That was about a nickel. Back in my day, it was about a nickel. Oh my goodness, we're coming down now. We're flirting with the prior 4-hour low. There are some people that are trying to bid that though, interestingly enough. What's going on in the S&Ps? Any orders down there? 60.78 now. There is some liquidity down there at 60.70 that we could be tapping into. Potentially. Steve says, I'm going to lock myself out. I'm up 850 for the day today on the combine, so I want to risk half of it to make more profit. If not, I'll lock myself out. There you go. What's up, Brian? How are you? It's a curious price. I agree. We are pushing right back up to the 625s here. I'm glad I wasn't even thinking about shorting that. You know, Josh Brolin was a day trader. Oh yeah. Everybody knows that. Is that not like common knowledge? Everybody knows that. He, I mean, he tries to act like he made his way through day trading, but he was a Nepo baby. So, yeah. Hey, Dad, let me get another 100K from my trading account. Here you go. You ought to know his dad, Josh Brolin, had a very famous father. Josh Brolin inspired me to start trading. Really? No way. Seriously? Like how? Did you meet him or something? That's crazy he inspired you to start trading. Gold has huge upside opening gap, and NQ has gap as well from last week. I feel when NQ will run, we'll fill gap upside. GC can come down and fill the lower gap. Yeah, that's good analysis. Is it YouTube short I watch? How long have you been trading for, Dimension? He was in Wall Street Never Sleeps, I think. Is it, what other trading movies was he in other than that one? Oh, you've been trading for, okay, well that makes sense. I was like, I figured, you know, you've been trading for years. How's it going? How's your first month in? Ran into Josh in Santa Fe and the Whole Foods. Nice. Jim Carrey inspired me to start trading. Stop. In Ace Ventura, you're like, I should trade the NASDAQ. Yep. Yes, Josh from the Goonies. That's correct. Wait, was he actually named Josh? No, he was Brand. Brand. That was his character's name. Brand from the Goonies. Did you figure anything out about the like bot? Let's see if it's turned on right now. I hope it's not on. That would be a disaster. Nope, it's not on. We got real likes today. Go ahead and like the video. At 500 likes, we'll do a poll. Jim Carrey inspired me to always wear my mask. Very nice. Thought he made all that money from this pirate ship. Yeah, exactly. Oh, goodness. Stop. Don't do any bots, please. That's so annoying. Do you know any good full-time traders who trade just the ES? Yeah, of course. I mean, I know some very large traders who you'll never hear of them. They're not on Twitter. They're not on social media. They're not generally very like super intelligent fellas. And they kill it. They just wake up and have their analysis from the previous day and they trade it if their setup's there. I know a guy who literally trades like 3 to 5 times every single quarter and makes tons of money. He waits for like that one crazy perfect setup and then just goes Hambone Jones. Literally. And that's a technical pattern. I always share my extra glove because of Jim Carrey. Oh, that's funny. They're not just large, they're girthy. That is true. Girthy is the word I was actually searching for on that one. You nailed it. We are tapping into the flavor of summer today. This is an interesting one. Watermelon lemonade. Or if you're reading it on the stream, eat an hour. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of, oh my God. What in the world? That thing went crazy. Jeez. A rare non-straw sip. You know that scrape a foam of human waste and put it in the drink? No, I don't know what that means. Oh, goodness. What's your opinion of technical analysis versus fundamentals? Fundamentals are out the window now. I don't know anybody who's like, I mean, maybe if you're looking at like a younger company, obviously, yeah, as I'm talking, fundamentals do matter. But they're exacerbated quite a bit lately. Like, if you look at NVIDIA's fundamentals, you're probably gonna feel pretty stupid, right? You look at Meta's fundamentals, doesn't really make much sense. I think technical analysis is more important. Key levels, looking where volume is being transacted, that's much more important, I think. Your drink, look it up, bro. B12 and Celsius energy drinks is not made from sludge from human sewage treatment plants. Celsius has stated that claims to the contrary are untrue. Nice. So we're not only sipping on scissor, but we're sipping on human sludge, I suppose. I can taste it now that you mention it. Yeah, that definitely does have a distinct human sludge flavor. That's delicious too. That's really good, actually. I didn't pick it up until you mentioned it, and that's good stuff. Been learning so much from your experience. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. I'm new to Market Clubhouse and wondering if levels on your charts are available somewhere so I can add to my Top Sub X chart. They are. They're posted every single day in the MC. The free version goes out like right after market open. So, but the free version doesn't include futures levels, so. Did they, there's actually, all right, now I have to look this up. There's a statement on humans, okay, Celsius, human sludge. Okay, first thing comes up and it says, no, Celsius energy drinks are not made with human waste. What? Like, what? Who's searching for this stuff? Who's searching for this stuff? This is like... Who put out like, hey, I heard Celsius was made with human sludge. No, it's not. Okay, well, make sure you put that out. What's up, D? Coming back to the human sludge conversation. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I thought you were trolling, but like, I guess there are people out there. This is why they have that label on hair dryers that says, do not use in the shower. Do not use in the bathtub. Because you know there's somebody out there who's like, you know, I'm in the bathtub right now, and I could certainly save some time by just drying my hair in here. Oh, I dropped it. I'm dead. You know, I feel like we do need those warning labels. However, wouldn't it be interesting if just like for a week, 1 week, we took off all of those warning labels? I feel like the general population IQ might rise just a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Just take off those warning labels. You know what this bathtub could use right now? I'm hungry for some toast. Honey, get the toaster, plug it in, bring it into the bathtub quickly. I can't delay. I need my toast now. I need it now. I'm in the bathtub and I need my toast. General population would be cut in half. I don't know about half. Oh, goodness. Dude, this is really crazy, but I swear to God, when I was building a home in one of the places that I lived 5 years ago, building a home, I go out and they're building the pool. And these dudes literally are filling up the pool and have extension cords running through the pool. Now, I know you can do that. You can, but it doesn't mean that you should. And I was like, huh? What are you doing? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, extension cords shouldn't be going through the pool. They're like, it's fine. And like the end of the other side of the extension cord was like it had tape on it because it was frayed. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be here at this construction site today. This is not fair. You clearly don't blow dry your hair, Rips. It cuts time on getting ready to bathe in dry hair. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually. I don't remember the last time I used a hair dryer. I know it's grounded, but still, like, I get it. But like, there's just things that I feel like, probably shouldn't be doing that. You know? The sludge he is referring to is from the post that Gary Brecka did on why you shouldn't drink Monster or Celsius. I wonder if Gary Brecka had a short position in cell H. Maybe. Yeah, it's lazy. That's what it's totally lazy. I'm sure, obviously nobody died. I would have heard about it. You know what's funny though? Funny. Why did I say funny? You know what's interesting though? That same construction crew, one of the workers lost their thumb. I wonder why. The same folks who were running extension cords through a pool with water in it, one of them literally sawed their thumb off and had to, the dude, like, I remember, like, the dude calls me and like, is the refrigerator turned on? And I go, I don't know if the new appliances have arrived. What do you need the refrigerator for? He's like, the ice maker. I'm like, go on. Are we thirsty? Are we making cocktails? And he's like, one of the workers sawed his thumb off and we need to put it in a bucket of ice. And I go, well, I'm probably not the person you want to be calling right now. Call an ambulance. Also, I'm not the GC on the job. Why are you calling me, dude? Crazy. I have a lot of weird construction stories. Thumb cocktails are basically Celsius drinks. See, we've come full circle now. There's the human sludge in your Celsius. It's from the construction workers sawing their thumbs off and putting it in a can of Celsius. Wow, that was a fun time in my life. That was those were some fun folks to be dealing with. I mean, is that normal? Yeah, he did get his thumb reattached. He was like, thumbs up, buddy. Wow, we are pushing up here, by the way. We did reject perfectly at the prior 4-hour low, but it was too choppy for me to even think about longing this thing. It's wild. I've worked construction my whole life, man, and that's just normal everyday activities. Is it really? Like, see, that's the thing. I don't know. I thought it was, I was laughing about it because it was like so ridiculous. The phone call. Imagine you receive the phone call. Is the refrigerator plugged in? I go, I don't know if the new appliances are there. What do you need? Is the ice maker working? Again, I don't know. What do you need ice for? One of the workers cut their thumb off, and I was like, what? What? Call an ambulance. Why are you calling me? I mean, I guess it's common. I don't know these things. And I will say, for the record, I wasn't putting any pressure on them to finish quickly that day. It was just a normal day. It's crazy though. I obviously that was the only time that I had a construction crew that was cutting their thumbs off. Dude, my laborer was measuring a septic tank for me and came back and told me it was 4 feet 59 inches. No, that can't be real. Really? That's hilarious. I'm 3'36". Oh, that's insane. Resting 2 MNQ orders at 599. Interesting. Oh, is that what you have? Gotcha. New rumor mill. Ribs mad workers weren't moving fast enough, so he cut their thumbs off. I mean, this is a real story. Both the extension cords running through the pool and the thumb coming off. It took me to remember the extension cords in the pool to remember that the dude cut his thumb off. I have so many weird memories like that floating around that I don't think about until I think about something that triggers those memories. These levels on screen are Spaceman BTC right now. And then we have this one, which is like, this played out perfectly. We just didn't take it. Worked lovely. Just makes me wonder if we're gonna pump into it again and reject. I guess we could take kind of low risk-ish, but not really. It's just so choppy. We are 2.5 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and like the video. Do a poll in here. What are we at right now? We are at 421. Get 79 more likes. We'll do a poll. Yeah, this is chop, 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 chop. Nothing really happening right now. The SIG P320 M18. I followed you until the M18 part. P320 M18. I haven't seen this before. Oh, yeah. What's with the M18 part? I know P320, but why the M18 part? It's got a nice little extendo on that thing. I love SIGs. I've always enjoyed my SIGs. I've never had any issues with my SIGs. Never had them jam. My favorite SIG though is what do I have? It's the, what's their like elite version thing called? Now I can't even remember. My favorite EDC is my Wilson Compact X9. Which one is it? Legion. There we go. The Legion. I have like a P something. I don't think it's any of those. I like my MPX. MPXs are sick. Wow, we are pushing. There's your 9 a.m. liquidity injection. Oh, not yet. Just kidding, getting ahead of myself. Hit the thumbs up or Ribs will cut it off. You're employed at SIG 5 years? Nice, TJ. That's awesome. Is that, wow, that must be fun. Did you ever, they must have like a bunch of ranges on site, right? Yeah, my favorite EDC is my Wilson Combat EDC, Wilson Combat EDC X9, I believe it is. EDC X9, I believe. Let me just make sure. Wilson Combat EDC X, yeah, EDC X9, that's the one. Thing is sick. But I have the compact one, EDC X9 Compact, I believe. Because that looks way bigger than mine. Isn't it like, oh yeah, EDC X9 Subcompact. There you go, that's the one. Yeah, that thing is dope. It's great for concealed carry. Hello, being from Oz, I thought you were talking about options or something and not weapons. All right, we are kind of having a little Scoopy-Doop over this bout of liquidity. This is interesting. We are running for it. We kind of like had a retest too. Man, if we pull back and we retest, this thing could be gone. Dude, this thing is going crazy right now. Put a little line right there, see what happens. 680s. Any levels above this? I mean, let me see. 705 quarters would be the next level to watch. Oh yeah, Lagarde speaking. That's right. That's what it is. Thank you. I thought she doesn't speak until 9:15 our time. Is she actually speaking right now? Oh, she is. You're right. My bad. Yep. You're right. You right. Totally missed that. Thinking about construction workers and extension cords and thumbs. Uh, 7:45 quarters. I wonder if we would be really sick as like a solid bid stack right around here. And then we tap and then we go. What is that, 668? Let's see. I do see some bids there. Let's see what happens. This could be interesting if we do actually hold this push. Watching. Okay, coming down into this liquidity. Ooh. Get a little scoopy. Will it hold? Is the question. Will it blend? Remember that YouTube channel? Will it blend? Classic. It's not holding right now. It's not doing the thing we wanted. Oh, that was an idea. Well, we're back to the mid though. Q&A on the press conference. This could be very tricky to trade, so I don't know if I trust this. I don't know. Dude, what if it just goes right back down to like 610 now from here? I'm glad we didn't just blindly long into that thing. That would have been nasty. Dang, JQ, slow down. Go on. Look at you. Crazy rejection. I mean, it would have been sick if it was like perfect. Like right at like, not at 81, but I guess we could have had this like right here. Yeah, that would have made perfect sense, right? But I was like judging it more so here, like the midpoint betwixt the two. That's what made more sense to me, but I was wrong. What a rejection, eh? Press conference is ECB's Lagarde is speaking. Was it Christine is her first name, I believe? Christine. Yellowstone earthquake. Yellowstone supervolcano waking up. Might be a bad time to be in the Midwest USA. You know, they've been talking about that for a long time. Today could be the day, though. You never know. I've been hearing about the Yellowstone mega uber super duper quake for like the last 10 years now. If Yellowstone erupted, the entire USA would go dark from ash. Okay. Does Lagarde ever move the market? She is right now. The cut was unanimous. That is from the Q&A right now. Lagarde is like, you know, she seems pretty chill. She's never really like, dude, Jerome Powell's crazy. He'll say one thing and shoot the market 200 points up and then say the next move will be like straight down. Anybody caught that short there? That was it. That was a nice little short. Question is like, how far do you take it to the downside here? Most liquidity is like in this section. So do you wait? Do you hold it? If we were rejected at the lower end of this volume, perhaps. But she could say one thing that twists the whole market back up. How are you supposed to wait for confirmation at a level? When it hits a level, it either drops or bounces 20, 40 points. That just means there's no trade. This is part of trading. You got to be patient. It's like, you know, if you play every hand in poker, you're probably going to go broke. Just got to wait. If it doesn't set up perfectly, it doesn't set up, you know? Like, if we would have had this level lower, if I would have been like expecting that, I probably could have taken that short on that rejection, but I just didn't have that there. I was looking more for the value area right there. Do. You know? That made sense. Obviously we missed it. Right now we're rejecting off these lows. And again, this is tricky because we have somebody speaking live and direct right now that is able to move the markets. So it just makes it Very difficult. And it just makes it tricky too, because like, let's say you did nail that short. If you're trailing your stop down, you could be getting swept right now, and then we go much, much lower. It's just a tricky trade. That's why you never like expect to make $1 bazillion on every trade that you take. Shut the door will live forever in infamy from Jay Powell. Yeah, that will be like one of his top career quotes. He's dope. I like Jerome Powell. I've always liked him too. I also like Mnuchin quite a bit. Good old Steve. Steve Mnuchin was dope. I miss Steve. He was just hilarious. That was like, he was COVID time. I'm pretty sure. Steve Mnuchin was like during COVID. That's probably why I like him so much. Because he was the COVID guy. He was so sick. Sold cars to Steve? Oh, man. Steve made a couple bucks, didn't he? Steve was dope. That picture of Steve's wife holding the $100 bills. Classic picture. Classic picture. I got to bring that up, actually. I got to bring that up. This is a classic picture. Steve Mnuchin, wife holding bills. I gotta find this. Yeah. Steve, you're such a goat, bro. Oh, man. Oh, dang. He is so cool. Look at this picture. That is so funny. Get him, Steve. Good old Steve Mnuchin. See, that's who we need back in the building. What a parody of reality that is. Look at Steve. What did he buy from you, Ferrari Phil? What was the cars that he had? What was the point of that pic? Exactly. The best part. Look at that face. Just... oh, it makes me laugh every single time I see that picture. Can't help but laugh. It's just too good. Get him, Steve. You rascal. You got an Aston Martin Vanquish? Yeah, he could have done better. Which EMAs do I use? The 9, the 20, and the 50, generally. Also throw in the 200 for good measure, but if you're doing 3, I like the 9, the 20, and the 50. Didn't they get in trouble for writing stuff off they shouldn't have, like spending taxpayer money in Paris and stuff? I didn't hear about that. Only thing I heard about was like Zelensky buying a Bugatti. That's where those tax dollars went. Oh, good times, good times. Is your chart an inverse head and shoulders? It kind of is, but it's like, it's very rinsy. Like this is the equivalent of the FOMC press conference that we had yesterday, but the light version. Not like the donk version. All right, let's do a poll in here. We have enough likes. Let's go ahead and do a poll. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Let's do 21,750. All right, there we go. Polls live, everybody. Let's go ahead and vote. Yeah, this is very rinsy right now. We do have to like have a meaningful breakout or breakdown to, I think, have some good trades to take. Have I heard of Michael Goddard? It sounds, no. Wait, did he do In Utero? Did he do the album cover for Nirvana? Oh, wait, yeah, I've seen this dude before. I've definitely seen it. Definitely seen it. I don't have any of his pieces, but I've definitely seen it. I've seen like the dollar bill ones. Yeah, I've definitely seen his stuff. I don't own any of his stuff there. Please, Rips, change the chart to the 1 minute so we keep up with you. Oh, here, let me just do this one. This is the one that we want to be watching right now. This is a good one. His stuff is all over Allegiant Stadium. That was super cool tour. Nice, nice. Interesting correlation between Dixie, US 100 and 500 Dixie off top trend line and tapping into the gap below. US 100, 500 tapping into gaps below. What is US 100, 500? Is that, I mean, I don't do the Forex CFD contracts. Which ones are those correlated with in like the regulated markets? Is that like NASDAQ and then the S&P? Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Can't do the CFD trades here in America. They don't adjust for contracts. Interesting, interesting. So it's more like SPX, NDX then, I'm guessing. Ah, gotcha. Includes futures. That's cool. That's cool. Good to use for Confluence. What's the blue indicator? Well, this one is the volume profile for the session, and this one's the volume profile for the viewport that we currently have open. So if I scoot this back, you're going to see this change. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff, though. Still no trades for me. Just kind of watching the market here. G-Dub says, morning. Good morning, G-Dub. Blew my 5th XFA today. Not sure why I can pass combines in 3 days, but as soon as I get funded, my trading seems to crap out. I'm using the same system, so I don't know. Are you factoring in, are you blowing a bunch of combines in those 3 days? Or is it like you just get a combine, you go straight to Boomtown and you're crushing it? I don't know why that is for a lot of people. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's obviously like some level of self-sabotage or self-control or just nerves where you're like so convinced, you're just like, oh, this is real now. Before it wasn't real. This is real deal, and I'm super nervous. You got to do a way to have some kind of journaling software that you can compare your trades and look if there's anything that stands out, like trade time, looking at your locations, if your trade locations are the same. Yeah, it could be something to do when things get real. Personally, I don't really run into that because I didn't start trading on props. I think for a lot of people who started trading on props, there's like a mental thing because it's like fake until it's real, and then you're like, oh, I could get paid from this. But like if you started trading with your own money, you know it's real the whole time. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. Probably. Have same problem. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you just got to be very consistent in the way that you're focusing on trades and stop thinking about like the reward at the end of the road there. I guess it's the same reason too why people are like day 4 and they're funded and then like they go and they blow it. There's got to be a way to mitigate that and not blow your funded accounts. And I'm sure like maybe it's like your very first trade you end up in the red and so you're trying to dig yourself out of that hole the whole time. I don't know. Like yesterday, I didn't trade anything in my own personal brokerage account. I could have, but I didn't. But I didn't want to take a risk of like putting on a trade where I don't have a really good probability of like the good trades that I took were the ones that I took on my Top Step Live funded account. I personally was not willing to take trades. So it's like, maybe when you get to the funded, like really focus on taking those super duper good setups and don't even like, if you're not going to trade that day, don't trade that day. You don't have to trade every single day. And this is the advice for people who are running into that trouble. If you're not having any trouble, do your thing. Also, start using that daily loss limit. Stop thinking like you're going to be the person who makes like tens of millions of dollars from trading. Like, I was so happy when I started aiming for break even, like long-term break even, where I was like, I'm not making money, but I'm not losing money. This feels good. And then like anything past that was like the bonus where it's like, okay, now I'm finally getting this. Everyone can't be a Kai. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's crazy because it's like, I get it. It's the reason why slot machines do so well, right? Slot machines that have those progressives for like $2 million or $10 million, whatever the case. And you're like, ooh, I'm going to get that. And like the slot machine spits out a $20 winner on a $1 play. And you're like, nah, I'm good. And then it's like $20 is the best you're ever going to do on that thing. You're never going to make the million. You got to focus on like just getting there. If you're not using a daily loss limit in your funded account, you got to start using that now. It's better to stop out and be done for the day than to continue and trade and blow all of the days of your progress. Hi Rips, I'm in a 150K account. My drawdown is only 900 now. Any suggestion? Take it slow, trade in the micros, and just take some trades because it's pretty likely that you're probably going to blow that account. So you probably need to just trade in the micros and just try to practice and take some really good trades. Maybe you come out of the hole, maybe you don't, you know? Good daily loss limit on a 50K. Depends on if you're trading. You should be trading micros, in my opinion. Wow, we're coming down right now. Trading the micros. Good daily loss limit, I'd say, is like, you know, 200, 400 bucks, somewhere in that range. Daily losses save me more times than I can count. There you go. The guys that I see, the guys and gals that I see that are taking consistent, regular payouts are just like focused on doing their own thing in their process, like just locked down and focused. They're not like, I have not seen anybody in my Discord consistently pulling down $50,000 days, like over and over and over and over and over. They're gonna have like an outlier day for 10K, an $800 day, a $1,400 day, a $3,000 day. Like big days will come, but it's not like they woke up that day and they're like, I'm gonna make a bunch of money today. You just have to have your expectations much lower. And everything kind of falls into place when your expectations are lower. Usually. That's what hurt me. Was in my first 3 years was like my expectations were like, I'm gonna make so much money. The moment I stopped thinking about how much money I'm gonna make was when things started to shift. It didn't like happen overnight, but it was like my perspective of like, okay, this is stupid. Like if I'm gonna continue doing this, like I need to stop. Like, cause I would make money, I would have big days and then I'd go boop, 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 boop. Like my big days would be my worst enemy. Cause I'd be like, oh, I figured it out now. Let's friggin' go crazy. And this was real money. Wasn't like, oh, $49. Love the sound effect. Ah, look at that. A-trades with micros. Bing, bang, boom. Love that. All right, let's see what we think about the poll here, folks. We are thinking, let's see if it updates. 56% say above, 22% say no clue, 20% only say below. Interesting. Interesting. We got a lot of bulls here in chat. Well, I think we're going to lock it up here. No trades today. If you do want to help out the channel, it does help out tremendously. If you do click this link on your way out, you just click allow. It does help out the channel tremendously. But yeah, that's it and that's all, baby. That's it and that's all. I'll see you folks bright and early for Friday. We're locking up no trades at all, but maybe we'll take some trades in the Discord. We'll see. Can't promise anything. Poker's on my mind right now, if I'm being honest. I'm playing poker today at Bobby's room, so that's probably where my mind is right now. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll be doing the PCE tomorrow, the real PCE. All right, take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.